All right, guys, Hundar here. I'm hanging out with Eric, the senior design producer on Murdered Soul Suspect. First of all, super cool to really get our first look at this. All I'd seen before was just the teaser, sort of like, oh, what is this game going to be about? What is this game like? Very impressive presentation you guys did.
Thank you.
Let's, I guess, just sort of start with setting things up. I'm really interested in not just the premise of the game, but also who this character is, both in his present and previous state of existence.
So Ronan O'Connor, who's the protagonist of Murdered, he is murdered by, well, he doesn't know. And his quest now becomes to solve this unfinished business, to find out who killed him and to bring him to justice. Who Ronan is sort of a central component to the game. Ronan's past, where he came from, who he is, where he was going before he was killed, that's all critical to what the player learns, where they go, and why they're going there.
You're in the world of Dusk, correct?
The Dusk, yeah.
Which is sort of this ghostly version of reality, right? Where as the detective, rather than, like you were saying, rather than keeping like a notebook, he's seeing these visual clues and things like that.
Yeah, it's sort of his mind's eye, yeah.
Right. So in terms, what sort of influences when you guys were sort of building that, and did you draw on, and what things felt right, for the way you wanted to approach this?
What we really want to do is make the player feel like they're in a different space.
Right.
We want them to feel like they're in almost a different world, and then it's anchored in this sort of familiar living realm.
Right.
You saw in the demo that there's all of this sort of. The Dusk has all of these remnants of living objects in them that are brought into the Dusk, which is also another core part of the storyline. And all of the art direction is sort of built around creating this really complete world that the player can get lost in, that they can learn about and figure out what is going on with this place. Investigation is critical for our game, not only from the standpoint that we want players thinking about what happened to them, thinking about every crime scene that they investigate, but it's also one of the core ways that we deliver the storyline to them. So as you get to each of these crime scenes, in the critical path, they all are driving you towards solving your unfinished business. But you're also learning about the killer. You're learning about the other characters that inhabit this world. It's sort of this rich tapestry of personas that you meet along the way. But you also learn about who Ronan is. Not only from the storyline standpoint, but from the way he approaches problems, the way he sees things, the way he analyzes the environment. As a detective in the Dusk, he can't do things like pick up a bullet casing and examine it, but he can possess a living person and see through their eyes. And it's creating these environments where you have to think laterally about investigating a scene, because it's not so simple as just going and just prodding around looking for things. You have to find novel ways of doing it. Everything about the game, we want the player to constantly be thinking. We want the player to constantly be analyzing, thinking about different strategies, adapting.
Well, it's definitely very intriguing. It's definitely a little creepy, and it again, it's the kind of thing that sort of begs to just get your hands on it. So I definitely will be looking forward to trying to have a little time with it at E3, hopefully.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
So good luck and
thank you.